Hello, everyone. JACKDAMJIEN YouTube channel. Let's talk about my friend Vladimir Putin for a moment. So he's launched a minor incursion into Ukraine, and he's dead set on fulfilling his goals, do everything it's have to do with his war plan. And he bloody well may accomplish it, which is his power is the same power as Kim Kardashian and any basketball player's wife who has been on television, had her own television show, or had her own business entrepreneur. His mutant power is to get our attention. Well, Putin, you have some of our attention. But a lot of us don't really care because Putin, this is a vanity project that you're doing. This is the desperate move of a very old man trying to hold on to power, attempting to have a legacy and not be remembered as something more than just a pencil-pushing brown noser in the Duma. Nevristin City. It's a waste of time. The NATO budget is about $18.3 trillion. NATO. You know what NATO is? NATO is a lot of countries together. NATO is, I don't know, 50 city blocks together, united. Russia's like two guys that are in chemistry class, pre-med, and one guy falling over drunk on apple juice that's organic. That's Russia. They don't really think that they can come into this territory, in such a territory, impose their will in Ukraine, assault all those beautiful, nubile, succulent, well-behaved, obedient, bodily, robust, apple-shaped cakes with vodka in them, because Russian cakes have vodka and Ukrainian cakes have vodka too. I learned that on my birthday. I ate a Ukrainian cake on my birthday. Putin. Bruh. You can't win. Give up. You should have never even started this. You just want to be remembered in the history books. You're not Nikita Khrushchev. You're not Joseph Stalin. You're not even Alexander Pushkin. He was black. Look, Putin, give it up, bruh. Give it up. Stop trying to declare war on those babushkas, okay? They just want to live in their territory and date their cousins and drink organic water out of the river and hunt for pheasant and eat doves for lunch, yeah? And make spaghetti for 6 hours. They don't want to fight you. They don't want you coming over, disturbing the social order, man. Listen to the sex tourism that's in Ukraine. You're getting away with that. I can't participate. I just be a wee boy. But you, sir, are out of line. Your daughter's 36, ain't she? She's got an apple face just like you, Putin. Putin. All you're doing is Putin. That's all you're doing. You're Putin. You're Putin. That's what you do. You're Putin. Your GDP is only 1.7 trillion. So you haven't even bounced it back from less than 1991. Your inflation rate's 8%. Unindependent energy, 50% of foreign trade. 50% of your foreign trade will immediately go down with this minor incursion. Talk about collapse. Have you ever seen Santa Claus sit on a chair made out of toothpicks? That's 2 by 4 centimeters wide and large. He obviously has A death wish. This is a death wish. This is suicide, but suicide, and you're taking hundreds of thousands of people with you. Selfish. You think the Taliban's bad? He did calibrate his economy to survive the war. What do you think Stan's going to stay out? Russia's central bank reserves have $640 billion, 70 months of export revenue. Oil is like some kind of thing he can lean on. But he's moved the United States dollar away from the Russian ruble dollar. So he only gets 10% of trade dollars from 10% from the United States. He's got gold, natural resources. Gold. Have you never seen Superman Red Sun? He has $130 billion gold reserves. It's just gold. Well, economic growth, like China has done. No, China is not great. I'm not going to pat them on the back. They're going to have 81 next. That's going to come up soon. How was this time? Right at the Olympics. How convenient. So he's thinking about this. It's a popular move for what he did in 2014. But that's old news. 8 years ago, mate. 8 years ago. It's popular, but Crimeans support this. A lot of them. It wasn't good. A lot of people support it. You're going to take them the whole shebang, right? Like, just get out of coronavirus stuff. How long is it going to be? A couple of weeks? Then go back with your tails from your legs. You're not going to be beat by the people. Your people are not going to support you, and you're going to have to retreat based on the residuals of your poor behavior. America does not see a sunk cost fallacy investing to Europe. We will not voluntarily go into here. This is nothing like Vietnam. It's definitely not anything like Iraq. Russia can't keep it up. Putin is dictator, really. He plays by his own rules, and he's just trying to make his little pee-pee look bigger than it really is. And it's really sad that this man says to go out like this. Who knows? He may have pancreatic cancer. Who knows? It's probably why he's doing it. But it's a sad move by a sad little man. And it's all he can do, I think. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. You have to make Putin really hurt because it's gotta be something where Putin says, you know what, this isn't worth this. I'm gonna retreat. He's gonna hurt all those beautiful people in Ukraine. Ukrainians, your slava шливые герои, у Руси эски воскресенье исходы веков. The land of Russia and Ukraine, Ukraine's strong arm will not be put down, will not fold. They will inflict heavy losses onto the Russian army. And damn well the Ukrainians will fight back from the aggression. It will not be over quickly. He who tries to retreat, he will see that his heel has been severed and his Achilles has fallen over. And no amount of duct tape, Russian or otherwise, will be able to put it back together. It's escalating such actions. To recognize two separate regions as independent, to seize them. The limits don't bear out. It seems that he's not even considering proclamations that he has right now. And he needs a wake-up call. He needs to stop. That's right, Pomtai. That's right. On with it, bro. You need to wear a spacesuit. Sad. You know what? The Ukrainian government will be moved on. Putin's going to say it violates the Budapest Agreement, but it doesn't. His plan is to say, I was attacked, or there was a sort of ad hominem attack. I felt threatened, and so I moved in and I did what I had to do. There's been a separatist presence for a while there, too. So what's happened to the Biden being tough on Putin? And actually, Joe Biden has actually said Vladimir Putin doesn't want to be president. He won't want me to be our nominee. If you're wondering why, it's because I'm the only person in the field who's ever gone toe-to-toe with him. Joe Biden has not gone toe-to-toe with Putin. Why does he think that? Some account, this is not toe-to-toe. This guy's fighting an asymmetrical type of war, and he's not convinced of any sanctions or amount of standbackish Polish Romanian sneak thievery or mission creep is going to keep this creep from creeping. He's not operating in orthodoxy, against orthodoxy. See, he rears his head just like Sarah Palin had. Putin rears his head, and where does he go? Where does he go? So yes, so the bridge to nowhere is Putin bridging himself to Ukraine, and it's self-evident that he was not prepared. You might have prepared sanctions. You might have prepared your country to not be reliant on the world community, but bro, you don't really have the full ability for committal. In even Germany is pulling away from the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. Is because they're saying you're not going to hold us hostage and say you better not interfere or we're going to turn your gas off. But it's not that simple like that. But you see, the White House doesn't seem to some because they just tell us that Ukraine is only being invaded in that Putin's only going to places he's already been to. Oil price is going to go up too. They're going to go up. It's going to be bad, bro. OPEC's going to try to get back some of their money. The U.S. is going to be recalcitrant from going into exploratory gas reserves, looking for it, and we're falling back on our production. We're falling back. We've fallen back already. They want to put us on wind and solar and put us on high-speed rail all around the country to the forest, for our auntie's doorstep to get apple pie, and keep us out of cars and get everything electric. And how long do sanctions last? A little bit. In fact, I want to explain to you why it matters to average American. It's that average gas $3.51. In some parts of Florida, $3.60. Fuel prices go up. Prices of everything go up. A lot of things are made with plastic. Oil and gas make a lot of things out of plastic. What do you use throughout your daily life that is not composed of plastic? Everything. That gas from Ukraine is going to hurt us. And agriculture too. Think about that meat. That meat. Booze can go up, mate. Really a lot. And then You cut off countries. It's gonna be like North Korea. You believe Russia is the new North Korea? Can someone you never met before be your mate? I don't think so. Joe Biden sees the world through elderly man Googles, and his Googles are foggy. What's Russia's leverage over Europe? They're going to wrap up energy production. That's a leverage. Ukraine can move quickly, but they don't have a large army. But it's sneaky, and you never know what's going to happen. And we should have been ready, right? And months ago, we should have just had people there getting intelligence to actually like try to help them out instead of just sending them guns, instead of sending them air support. We want them to win, but we need to make it so it's much harder for them to invade Ukraine in the first place rather than help them to fight. I think we got to do that. I'm JACKDAMJIEN. Thank you and goodbye. And goodbye, and goodbye, and goodbye, and goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye, and goodbye, and goodbye, and goodbye.